guys, welcome to PQ, where we watch and talk about music as classical musicians. Today, we have an Angelina Jordan song for you guys from her most recent album that she was released in November 2025. So a few weeks ago, in the last video that we released from her, 90% of the comments were like, you should check out this album. It's very Christmassy, it's very beautiful. And I think her grandma had a role in like preparing this album as well. There's no music video or anything or any live versions, but there are the audio, so we're gonna check that one out. We chose this one, Eternal Love, from that album. The whole album has a Christmassy vibe, so that's why we saved our reaction for Christmas time to be kind of like in the occasion. But we are very excited. Actually, I listened not to the whole songs, but like to the beginning of each of them, just to make sure which one we wanna like choose to react to, and all of them are so beautiful. So we chose this one, but I haven't listened to the whole thing, so I'm excited. But I love the beginning of it. It had like such a magical moments in the beginning, so that's why I chose this. Also, Eternal Love had such a cool title for it. But if you have any other suggestions from this album, we can definitely do them even after Christmas. That's fine. So let us know in the comments if you want more of this album.
Yeah, I mean, last time that we, the last song that we listened to, Angelina Jordan, I was saying that I would really love to see how he sings now, and also, I mean, aside from the original, I want to hear more original songs from her. But I was like, her voice developed so much, and we talked the whole thing about her childhood and her voice now, that how it developed and it became so naturally in her voice. And I was wishing to hear more recent songs from her to see how she does that and how her voice became like now. And so I'm very, very excited that we are hearing an original song and also a brand new song from her.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly. I think that's the second original song that we listened to. I think the very first video that we watched, two of her songs in one video, one of them was original. So I'm excited to actually honestly see that, because you can see if the style, because she changes her style a little bit in every song based on who she's covering. So I feel like this is where you can see like another side of her, basically, because this is the song that she's the first singer of it. So I feel like we should just get going and see how it goes.
Far away in realms of gold, a secret tale of stars unfolds. A dream was born, a spark divine. The world was touched by love's design. Sing of the light, so pure, so near. Whispers of heaven drawing near. Peace in hearts and souls above. Shining truth, eternal love.
I love the intro of it. As I said, that's why I chose this song. And it just gives it the flute combined with like the kind of like a jazzy layer that added later. It gives kind of like an old school Christmassy, magical vibe. Not necessarily Christmassy, but it also reminded me of old Disney movies, or like the very beginning of it. The very beginning of it also reminded me of like a lot of flute pieces that are kind of French flute pieces that were composed in the early
Yes.
20th century that I played a lot
I
of them
just
with my flutist friends. So it had like a mixture of everything.
The exact same thing that I wanted to say was like the first seconds that flute started, I was like, oh, like the French flute, like impressionist, I don't know, it's in English, part, or like the beginning of the 20th century flute vibes. And then it became like this Disney movie vibes. And then as the other instruments came, it was like a jazzy and like in like what you hear in a jazz bar, and somebody is singing live. Exactly. And it happened, all of this happened in a couple seconds, and this kind of different vibes. And now it's just a very like sweet and slow and nice jazzy vibes. And
That's
exactly,
true.
you said the same.
And then I love the fact that when the harmony came in, not from the very beginning, but it was first of all so much higher. It was so different, like color and pitch, that it felt like so spacious and so close at the same time. I don't know how to describe it. It felt like
The more exactly deeper sound is a little more airy and like more, I don't know, like more fat, but the high pitched one is more direct and like more thin. I don't know how to say. But I mean, but she's very capable. She's a very capable singer, so she can just do all these different colors and characters. Yeah.
Hearts and souls above, shining truth, eternal love. The night was still, the sky was flame. The winds of time all spoke one name. The soul of dawn began to rise, and her was written in the sky. Sing of the light so pure, so near, whispers of heaven drawing near. Peace in hearts and souls above, shining truth, eternal love. And every life through joy and pain will find the light that shall remain. For every star that fades away, another dawn will bloom one day. Sing of the light so pure, so near. Love was glowing beyond our fear. Peace forever, stars above, born of light, eternal
Wow.
that was so
That was
beautiful.
so sweet, and beautiful. I could really imagine myself sitting in a bar or a jazz bar, exactly made for music, jazz music, and just enjoy it, and in a very beautiful night, and just enjoy the music. And it was so nice. It didn't have like crazy climax or like crazy tensions that you make, and it just made a very beautiful time, and it felt all very cohesive and like very attached together. Yeah, it was very, I really liked it, and I have to say I love how her voice became and how her style is. Like now I really can see her own style in the music, and I love how all the trainings from the childhood now it became really naturally in her, and it feels all very natural and very beautiful. I really like it.
Yeah, I love the fact that the harmonies as we went, like it was more and more. It never like took over, obviously, because it was still like the accompaniment of the main vocal line, but it really felt like a different person to me. It's like hard for me to. I mean, I know like she's really, but it's hard for me to believe that it's just one person, because it felt like two different characters. First of all, the line were kind of different. It was not just like a parallel harmony that I'm singing like a third above or lower than you. It had its own like melody line, so it created such a nice counterpoint. But I love that it didn't steal the focus from the main line, but you could still hear it. It was such a like it created such a nice space of it. And then the whole song, as you said, I feel like not having like a huge dramatic climax, it really felt like the song is just flowing like a little river in the background, like a little stream that never stops and never has like those crazy waves for you. And it felt like so flowy, and so like you're just floating on a, I don't know, it felt like so relaxing but so beautiful. I could see myself like, I don't know, like at night, all the like stars outside, and like you hear it. It created such a beautiful atmosphere, and I feel like that was very impressive. Like it really created a picture for me. It was very storytelling in an imaginary way for me, because I could like really picture all these things as she was singing, and with the help of flute. I think I heard a little bit of in the bridge. I feel like I heard a little bit of either piano or harp. I had a hard time, like I know they're very different, but I had a hard time like like identifying the instrument. But when she was moving to the next phrase, I heard something is like bridging that gap, some instrument, and I feel like it was a harp for a second, but I'm not sure. But if it a harp or piano, it also added to that magical instrumental layers. And I love the fact that the vibrato also, unlike the other songs that we listened to that was so like big and dramatic, it was a little tighter, at least based on what I heard, and it was kind of like very more in a subtle way. I mean, you could still hear it, but it was not like such a big vibrato. It was like toward the end of the vowels, and it was kind of like more natural. So I think it really matched the vibe of this song and this album.
Exactly, yeah. As you said, also I liked how instrumental this was, and not just like didn't feel. That's why it feels for both of us like a live performance, because it doesn't feel like that they just made it. I mean, they could make some, at least some of the instrument also with the computer, because nowadays there are so many good samples that you can just put, and it sounds really like an instrument, but it didn't feel like a computer, just that somebody just is sitting on the computer and makes a very ready, you know, and typical like pop music. And it felt really like the people are there and it's really live, and they are playing instrument, and it really felt like real and touchy and instrumental. Exactly.
That was really cool. I'm curious to listen to the entire album now. I think it really gives like a Christmassy vibe, and you're sitting, I mean, it's not that, it doesn't get that cold here, maybe for you, if you're inside, and then there's like a firewood, and then you're sipping your like hot chocolate. then you play this song in the background, and it's kind of like night for you. If you just have like that, does it snow there?
No, it's just rain.
Oh.
It will get
the
so
rain,
cold,
the rain works.
but no snow.
But if it's like kind of like rainy and gloomy outside, and then you have like a little fire going, and then there's like you're just inside and warm and cozy, and then you just play this music, it really felt like that for me, and it was really I don't know, really cozy vibe to me.
Cozy, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that was really cool. Thank you guys for this. Was basically your suggestions, because we never knew about this album had it not been for your comments. So thank you for suggesting this. If you want us to watch more of this album or any other song in particular, please let us know. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. If you want to support us more, there is a buy me a coffee link in the description. We'll see you guys tomorrow with our next video. Bye.
Bye.